Tennessee's At Home Learning series for math. Today's lesson is for all of our second graders out there, though all children are welcome to tune in. This lesson is the 8th in our series. My name is Miss Spain, and I'm a second grade teacher in Tennessee schools. I'm so excited to be your teacher for this lesson. Welcome to my virtual classroom. If you didn't see our previous lesson, you can find it on the Tennessee Department of Education's website at www.tn.gov/education. You can still tune in to today's lesson if you haven't seen any of our others, but it might be more fun if you first go back and watch our other lessons, since we will be talking about things we learned previously. We've been using base 10 blocks to figure out missing add-ins in a problem. Today, we are going to continue working with missing add-ins, but we will be using an open number line to find the unknown number. So are you ready, boys and girls? Today, your goal will be to use the strategy of counting up to find missing add-ins with a focus on using our number lines. Before we get started, to participate fully in our lesson today, you will need paper, pencil, and a surface to write on. Okay, let's begin. I'm so glad that you came back from math time today. Yesterday, we were using base 10 blocks to find missing numbers. Today, we are going to use number lines. And to get started, we are going to do a word problem. Are you ready? I want you to read it out loud with me. Max drank 2 bottles of water before lunch. He went outside to play kickball. It was hot. So he drank some more bottles of water. By the end of the day, Max had drunk 11 bottles of water. How many bottles did he drink outside? So this is our new problem. Remember, the first thing you always do is you make sense of the problem. You ask yourself, what is it exactly asking me? So whenever I touch my head, I'm doing self-talk in my mind to review the problem. So I've already read it once out loud. So I'm going to tell myself what I think this problem means. Okay, Max drank 2 bottles of water. And then he went outside to play kickball. It was hot, so he had some more. And by the end of the day, he had drunk 11 bottles. Okay, so how many bottles did he drink outside? So boys and girls, what is this question asking us to find out? Very good. It's asking us to find out how many bottles did Max drink outside. We know that he drank 2 bottles of water before lunch. And then he drank some more. But notice it doesn't give us a number. By the end of the day, Max had drunk 11 bottles of water. So we're trying to figure out how many bottles of water did he drink outside. So to solve this first problem, let's use some base 10 blocks. I'm going to draw the model along with you. So go ahead and grab your pencil or crayon and let's get started. I know that Max drank some water before lunch, and then while he was outside, we can read that Max drank 2 bottles of water. But wait a minute, that didn't make sense. We're trying to figure out how much he drank after the 2 bottles of water, but we don't know how much he drank outside. We know that his total was 11 bottles. So you're going to draw 2 boxes. One box will represent the water he drank before lunch, and the other box will stand for the water he drank outside. I'm going to show you my boxes I've already created. Check and see if your boxes look like this. One before lunch and one outside. Good job, boys and girls. So let's see. Max drank a total of 11 bottles of water. Let's add that to our model. We'll use rods and blocks for 10s and 1s. Do this now. So here, is what we know the total was. That he had 11 bottles of water total. But we're trying to figure out how much he drank while he was outside. So go ahead and draw your model to be like mine. Awesome job. Now what we're going to do is look and see the information we already know. We know that Max drank 2 bottles before lunch. So let's represent the 2 bottles in the before lunch box. Wait a minute. Are there 2 ones that we can move to the before lunch box? No. 11 is made up of 1 block and 1 rod. Think back to yesterday. If you already know what to do, go ahead and work out the problem. If you aren't sure, please work with me. I know that I need 2 ones, but I only have 1. I also know that 110 is made up of 10 ones. I can circle the rod here and trade it in for ones. I can move those 10 ones over to the 1 block that's already there. I'll pause so you can make sure that you've captured the image on your paper. So here is what we already have. We have 11. And we know that we need to figure out how many he drank when he was outside. So we're going to trade this in and move it over to our ones. So how many are we going to bring over? Exactly 10, because we know that 110 rod is made up of 10 blocks. So have you drawn your 10 blocks and traded it in? Awesome. We did have 1 rod and 1 block. Now we have 11 blocks. So I will move 2 of those blocks to the before lunch box. Go ahead and do it with me now. I'm going to circle 2 of the boxes and I'm going to move them over to before lunch. I know before lunch he had 2. Hold up your model and let's compare. Great work! We still need to answer the question, how much water did Max drink outside? We know he drank a total of 11 bottles, and 2 of those were before lunch. We've taken those 2 away. How many are left? Count the remaining blocks or bottles of water on your paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's your answer? Wonderful job. I heard you say there are 9 bottles of water left, which means that Max drank 9 bottles while he was outside playing kickball. It must have been hot. Circle the remaining 9 blocks with me and draw an arrow to the outside box. Now add these blocks to your box and hold it up when you are finished. Do you have 9 down there? Does yours look like before and after like mine? Wonderful job. We started with 2 bottles of water and figured out how many bottles of water we needed to get a total of 11. So we're going to do the same thing today, counting jumps though on a number line instead of counting blocks. Please jump twice. 1, 2. And then say an equation that matches the model. I will be listening closely. I'm going to write the equations you shared. I'm going to write 2 plus 9 equals 11. The 9 stands for the bottles that he drank outside. And we know that the 2 are what is representing of the bottles he drank before. So 2 and 9 are the add-ins that sum or add up to 11. We know that Max total was 11 bottles of water. I'm also writing the equation 9 plus 2 equals 11 because that equation matches our model too. We learned earlier in this series that we could write 11 first. I'm going to write 11 equals 9 plus 2. And 11 equals 2 plus 9, because they also match our model. Do your numbers match mine? Way to go, boys and girls. Now, I have a new problem for you. Are you ready? Let's see. Our new problem is about TT and TT's phone. We're going to think about how we can figure out how many apps TT downloaded. Are you ready for the question? Okay. When TT left for school, she had 16 apps on her phone. At bedtime, TT had 25 apps on her phone. How many apps did she download during the day? We're trying to answer the question 16 apps plus equals 25. So when TT left for school, she had 16 apps on her phone. At bedtime, TT had 25 apps. So we're trying to see how many she downloaded during the day. We're answering the question 16 apps plus an unknown add-in apps equal 25. Another way to think about it is 16 plus blanks equals 25. So that's why I wrote it this way. 16 plus, we don't know how many she added, equals 25. Go ahead and write that down too. So I'm thinking about drawing a model to help us answer our question. I'm also thinking about the information that we already have. TT started with 16 apps. And she ended the day with 25. I could use blocks and base 10 blocks like our first problem, but I want to use a different strategy called an open number line. Let's try this strategy together, okay? I want you to go ahead and draw a line underneath our equation. This is going to help us organize TT's information. A number line is just a straight line with arrows on either end. Because number lines don't end. They go on forever in both directions. So here's my line, and here are my arrows. You draw a number line on your paper too. Please know it does not have to be perfect. It's just a tool to help you figure out a problem. Hold up your number line and let me check it out. You all did awesome. So how many apps did TT start with? Excellent listening. She started with 16. So I'm going to start at 16. I do that by drawing a hash where I want 16 to be and labeling it 16. A hash mark is a short vertical line up and down that marks a distance. Notice that I did not start in the middle or at the end of my number line. I want to give myself enough room to fit the whole problem on the line. And if I need to erase or extend the line, that's fine. I've labeled 16. Now you label 16 on your number line. TT ended up with 25 apps. So I'm going to add 25 to my number line by drawing a hash and labeling that hash 25. I'm going to put enough space between 16 and 25 because I know that when I count, there are numbers between them. I added 25 with a hash mark. Now you add 25 with a hash mark and label it. Great job. Now I'm going to use the number line to figure out how to get from 16 to 25, or the total sum. Watch as I do this on the number line. If I jump 4 numbers, I can get to 20, which is a friendly number. I'm using an arrow from the 16 to the 20. And I've also labeled plus 4 because I jumped 4. I jumped 4 spaces. You add 4 spaces on your number line with an arrow and label it. Wonderful job. Are we at 25 yet? Good catch. We're not at 25 yet. How can we easily get to 25? Exactly. From 20, I can count by fives to get to 25. Watch as I model the next jump. And I'm going to label it plus 5 because I know 20 to 25 is 5 jumps. We can figure out the missing number or add in by counting how many spaces we added on to get from the beginning number to the end. So let's look at the model. We added 4 spaces here and 5 spaces here. We added a total of 9 spaces because 4 plus 5 equals 9. We can check to see if the model is correct by starting at 16, then adding 4, and then adding 5. Our sum should be 25. Very good. So I'm going to write the equation in different ways. Tell me what we can write, boys and girls. Very good. We can say 16 plus 4 plus 5 equals 25. What else can we say? We know exactly that 16 plus 4 is 20, and 20 plus 5 is 25. I'm also going to write the equation 16 plus 9 equals 25. We are correct that TT downloaded 9 apps during the day. Write this equation with me. We have solved our beginning equation of 16 plus 9 apps equals 25. So we now know that our missing add-in is 9. Now, boys and girls, you've done such a great job. Let's do 9 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Awesome. Now, while TT was downloading apps today, Jason, he was eating cookies. Let's use number lines to figure out Jason's missing cookie add-in. I'm going to show you the problem for Jason. Jason ate, are you ready? Jason ate 15 cookies at lunch. He ate some cookies for dinner. By the end of the day, Jason had eaten 30 cookies. How many cookies did he eat during the day? That sounds a little bit like TT's problem. Do we have a starting point and an end point? Shake your head like a wet dog if we have a clear start and a clear end. I agree. Now, shout out the beginning. Very good. The beginning starting point is 15. Now, shout out the end. 30. Good job, boys and girls. You are working so hard. The text tells us that Jason started with 15 cookies and ended up eating 30 cookies. I'm going to write the equation 15 plus blank equals 30 to match our story. Let's go to a number line to figure out how many he ate at dinner. I'm going to start by drawing a number line. Please draw one as well. Remember, it does not have to be perfect. Let's compare. Does your number line look like mine? Awesome. Where do we start? Please shout out the beginning cookie total. Indeed, we're starting with 15 in the real world, so we must start with 15 in our model. Remember, we're not going to worry about the appearance of the number line. Its function is to help our brain organize the information. So let's make a hashtag together and write the number 15 because that's where we're starting. It's the beginning of our problem. I'm going to write it right here and label it. Hold yours up and let's compare. You all are amazing. Well done. So we're starting with 15 cookies. Where do we end up and why? Yes, 30 is our ending point. Very good. I'm going to mark it here with a hashtag. I know there are several numbers between 15 and 30, so I'm not going to put those hashtags very close together. That's why they're far apart. This is what mine looks like. Show me yours. Wonderful. Now for the fun part. We check our brain to figure out the easiest way to get from 15 to 30. I like to count by twos, fives, and tens. So my first jumps usually get me to numbers like 10, 20, 30, 40, or 25, 35, 45. There are many different ways that you can jump between numbers. If we don't talk about your method, please do not think your method's wrong. Ask a friend if you're correct. I'm just going to show you the way I've chosen to jump. I'm going to add 5 to get to 15. Excuse me, I'm going to add 5 onto 15 to get to 20, which is a friendly number. Would you please add on to 15 to get a friendly number? We've added on 5 cookies, but have we gotten to the sum of 30 yet? Right, we haven't. What is your favorite way to get from 20 to 30? Tell me, would you like to count by fives or tens? Well, a lot of you said to count by tens, so add a 10 with me. We put our pencil on 20 and we make an arching arrow all the way to 30 because 20 plus 10 equals 30. Also, when we are counting by tens, we count 10, 20, 30, 40, and so forth. Let's compare our models. Wonderful job. Our original equation was 15 plus blank equals 30. Or 15 plus some more cookies is the same as 15 plus blank equals 30 cookies. Make sure you have this equation written. How can you determine how many cookies were added to 15? How can you find what the missing add-in is? Great thinking! You said the missing add-in was 15. Let's finish the equation together. 15 plus 15 equals 30. The second 15 comes from adding on 5 and then adding on 10 to get a total of 30 cookies. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Now, give me a thumbs up if you are ready for another problem. Awesome. Here's our next problem. Lane wants to cover her water bottle with stickers. She has 21 on the bottle right now, but wants a total of 50. How many stickers does she need to find? Our strategy is to find a missing add-in by using an open number line. So what part of the problem is missing? How are we going to write the equation? Very good. The part of the problem that's missing is how many more stickers. So we know that she has 21 on the bottle right now, but she wants a total of 50. So we are trying to find out how many stickers Lane needs to add to get to 50. Thank you for working so hard, boys and girls. What are some other equations we could have written? Yes, we could say 50 equals 21 plus, we could also say 21 plus blank equals 50. Very good. Or blank plus 21 equals 50. Remember, our starting point is 21. That's how many she has, and she wants to get to 50. She wants to know how many more she needs to get to 50. Please draw a number line with me. Now, let's label our number line. Where do we want to start? Yes, we're going to put a hashtag and we're going, not a hashtag, I'm sorry, a hash mark and put 21. And we are going all the way to 50. So this is how I'm going to label my number line. Does yours look like this? So what is the easiest path your brain sees to 50? What number or numbers would you like to add on? I want you to do that now. Very good, boys and girls. You know that there are a lot of different ways that you can add on. Hold your model up to the television. Great job. We're going to look at one solution right now because of time. So I know that I would like to get to a friendly number that's easy to add on. And I know 21 plus 9 equals 30. So I'm going to add 9 to get to a friendly number. Then I know that I can go to 40 by adding 10. But am I at 50 yet? Not yet. I'm going to add 10 more to 50. So this is how I did mine. So you could add 9 on first to get 30. And then from 30, we can add 10 to get 40. And then 10 more to get 50. We added a total of 29 stickers. If this was your solution, please write the equation. Let's write it. 21 plus 29 equals 50. Give me a thumbs up if you wrote that. Wonderful job, boys and girls. I'm so proud of you. What are some other ways that we can write the equation? Very good. We could say 21 plus, yes, 29 equals 50. 50 equals 21 plus 29. And 29 plus 21 equals 50. You all are so smart. You're really catching on. So remember, today we used a number line to add on to our beginning number. So some independent work is available for this lesson. You can find the student practice for this lesson posted on our website, www.tn.gov/education. And on that assignment, you will draw a number line, graph the beginning and ending points, and determine how to best add on to get from the beginning to the end. The last step is to write your equation that matches your model. Have fun and don't give up. Thanks for having me, math friends. I enjoyed using number lines and finding missing add-ins with you. Thank you for inviting me into your home. I look forward to seeing you in our next lesson in Tennessee's At Home Learning Series. Bye.